Hello friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming, and how's everyone doing tonight? Welcome to my channel and welcome to my craft room. I'm working on another glue book, and I wanted to just tell you real quick that my other glue book that I just finished is in my shop. I did something weird, something weird happened when I listed it, and it pushed it back in my listings. I don't know what happened, but it is there. It's just not like, it wasn't showing up as one of the last things I listed. But if you put your view on, I know this is a long explanation, but if you put your view on most recent, you will see it. And I did put a link under my video, and I gave a link to one of my friends. So anyway, it is there if you were looking for it. I'm sorry, I don't know what happened. I'm going to be more careful. That never happened before, I don't think. But yeah, I just got pushed back where you couldn't see it when you went over there, and you might have thought it was gone, but it's still there. 3 people do have it in their cart, so hopefully it will be sold soon. But anyway, just my friend mentioned it. I just wanted to mention that it is there, but it's just kind of pushed back, so you have to look for it. But anyway, this is another one, the second one I was going to do. I'm working on this, so I wanted to just maybe work on it with y'all. And so I've got the cover together. I've got this pretty fabric. I'm going to put some trim on here and some paper here. But a subby asked me about, what kind of books I use for glue books, or what can you use? I think you can use anything you want. You can make into a glue book some way, somehow, right? So like this was, one of those children's books like the one I just used. But here are some I wanted to show you. If I were making well, let me show you first. Let's see. This one right here. Is this it? Yeah. This one right here. I have a bunch of these. Funk and Wagnall's Standard Treasury of Learning. And I think these are really cool. They're kind of like the the golden book dictionaries and encyclopedias, things like that. You see the cover is colorful and pretty. And I have made some out of these. About 5 of these I used. But I still have a bunch more. Here's the pages. I love the pages in here, just like the golden book encyclopedias and dictionaries. That type of thing. So I have a bunch of those I want to make into glue books eventually. And I have a bunch of these golden book illustrated dictionaries. And so these I want to make into glue books, and they're the same types of pages in here. And not that we keep the pages in here, I'm just showing you what it is and why I love these so much. I love the covers and the pages. So I have a bunch of those. I thought these would be fun. I have a couple of these Childcraft, and the ones with the colorful covers. This is the holidays and birthdays. I like the cover on this one. So this could be made into a glue book. This is what the pages look like in here. Just as a reminder, here's another one. Isn't that a pretty cover? Mathemagic, it says, but also nice pages. So that one. And then I thought, well, what else? What if you want a smaller one? What if you don't want a big book like that? And I was also thinking it would be super fun to just take a book like this with, well, this one, let's see, not this one, because it has, actually, not this one, because I love the pages, but this one, I guess I got this one out because if you wanted a smaller one, see, here's the one I'm using now, and this comparable in size, it's about 1 inch shorter and a little bit less wide. So this could be a little bit smaller one. Take the pages out and make this into a cute little smaller, it's not small, but it's smaller than this one, glue book. I think that would be really cute. Maybe I'll do that one sometime. And then what if you want a smaller one? And also I thought it would be cool, what I was going to say about that one when I meant this one. This is smaller compared to this one. It's a lot smaller. And you could even make little mini glue books. You can make glue books out of magazines and paper bags, whatever you want. But I thought something like this. This is a cool cover. A series of unfortunate events. The End, the End edition. And so these are, just plain text pages in most of these pages in here. So I thought a book like this would be fun to make into an altar book, where you take out half of the pages and then you have half the pages left. About, you know, you could even take more than half the pages out possibly, so that you have enough room to glue. But wouldn't that be fun too? Just glue on these text pages, and of course you could find a book the size you want, you know, small, medium, large, and just do the altered book thing and use these text pages to glue on. I think that would be super fun. I might do that sometime myself, or make one for my shop or something, or several, because I have a lot of those books. So anyway, let's just get down to this before, oh, let me turn on my timer now. I've been talking for like 5 minutes, I bet. I forgot to turn my timer. So there's my timer. Let me speed it up a little bit. Let me speed it up. I have a little video that's a timer. How long have we been talking? I'm going to move it up to 5 minutes. Okay, so play, catch up. There we go. So it counts down, and it's on my TV, and it's a big, you know, number, so I can just say, okay, I got 24 minutes left, right? So let's get down to it. So the next thing I'm going to do here, I think I'll go ahead and put this paper on next, and then my trims. So on the other one, I left this. This is the same way. It has a real nice pristine chart here. So I'm going to leave that. And then I'll put this extra paper in the goodie bag, so that if somebody wanted to cover this up, they could. You know what I mean? But I'm going to go ahead and cover up the back and make this pretty, because it's plain here. I got some glue on there or something. Maybe that was already there. Anyway, so let me get my paper cutter, and we'll cover up this back and make it pretty. And I picked out this color. I was looking for blue. I couldn't find it. I looked and looked, and I finally found this kind of a turquoisey blue. And see this cover? See this fabric and this cover, the brown and the blue, and just see this right here. A little bit of kind of, it's more green, but it has some blue in it. I just thought that looked really pretty together, and brightened up the brown cover, even though I love the cover anyway. But just because it's a vintage, and it's a cute picture graphics, but I just thought it was nice to contrast with the brown. So let me grab, oh, here's some more paper behind me. Nope, oh, nope, I still like that piece I pulled out. Yeah, I looked through all my scrapbook paper, and I forgot I had a paper pad behind me. Okay, so let's cut this down to fit. I opened a new Fabri-Tac tonight, my old one. I think it might have one drip in it, but so let's cut. I want to cut this right up to the fabric here, and then this has a really pretty back. I'm not going to even show it to you, because you'll be like, oh my goodness, I can't believe you're gluing that down. So, okay, think about right there. I'm going to make a little fold right there. Yep, I'm not going to show you. I'm not going to show you. I don't want to see it either, because I'm like, oh my goodness, the other side is so pretty. But I love this color right here. And this is paper. This is papery. And I kind of like, I wanted an overall pattern here, you know, but it's also, I wanted it to be something that if somebody got this and they wanted to glue on here, that they could. Let's see, that doesn't see that. Let me see if that's going to work, because it fits here, and it's going to go down here, and then this is my trim I pulled out. Let me see how this is going to look. Is this going to look good? It looked good before I pulled out the, yeah, that's going to look nice. But I need this to be a little bit over. So let me do this one. Yeah, I need it to be over the fabric a little bit to even things out here. So let me see, there's my fold. Okay, I think that'll be better. Yeah, I'm going to use this bigger piece here. So I'm going to put this even. This is the edge where I didn't cut. I'm going to put that on this side. And then this edge is where the trim will go. Let me make sure that's going to be good. Everything's going to fit there. Yeah, that'll fit. Okay. All right, so let me make figure out where this is going to go. Just a little bit from the top, a little bit from the sides. I like a little bit of the book cover showing around. fold this here, make a cut right there. I made it a little bit on the long, like I made sure it was not too short there when I just measured like that, because I'd rather have it a little bit too long than too short. So I think that's going to be good. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and use some gluing this over the cover, but it's also going over this fabric. I'm going to go ahead and use my new Fabri-Tac and see. This lid was a little bit different on this one, it seemed like. I mean, this part is the same, but it didn't have a seal inside. I don't know if I took it out by accident, because I usually leave the seal in and poke a hole in it so that you don't have the volcano. That's how you keep getting the volcano in your Fabri-Tac. You know how it oozes out the top? You leave the seal in there and poke a hole in it. Big enough for your glue to come out, but you know, when you're squirting it out, but small enough so it doesn't let your glue erupt. Okay, so I got that. Now I get some all over here. I don't want this to be lumpy and bumpy, so it's just a little stream of glue I'm putting on here. But I want it to be held down very well forever, so that should be good. So I'm putting that side that we didn't cut on the outside here. Let me line it up. Yeah, I thought you guys might like to enjoy, you know, just finishing this cover up with me. I already have cut pages from the other glue book. When I was cutting pages, I just went and cut some for this too. So I should be able to finish this, not finish it, but, you know, create this one pretty quickly. Because I already did a lot of the work cutting the pages. That's pretty, right? Do you love it? Okay, let's glue this part down here. Let me turn it around. This part, I want that to overlap, because when I cut that fabric, I knew I was going to overlap that or cover it up with either the paper or the trim, or maybe just the trim. And now I see I'm covering up with the paper and the trim. But I wasn't worried about it being like super even. I mean, I tried to cut it as even as I could, but I wasn't worried about it being super even, like straight as whatever, an arrow, because I knew I was going to be covering up the edge. So, and this is upholstery. I was going to use the same fabric as my other glue book, but I was like, you know, I want to use something different. And I thought, you know, I like the color combination of browns and blues. So I thought, let me go look for some blue, something with blues in it. And I ended up with this fabric. It doesn't have a lot of blue on it. But when I pulled it out, I was like, oh, that really kind of really livens up that cover. You know, adds a nice contrast. And I like the kind of funky look of it. So that's probably why I bought it, because it's really cool and funky. Kind of paisley and 70s or whatever, funky. See how nice that looks there? Okay, now, so we're not putting anything over here. So we're just going to add the trims now. Let me put a little, I had to, this fabric wasn't long enough to wrap all the way around, so I had to put a little patch here. Like it went all the way up to here, like up to here. See, it ends right here, and here. I was like, there's a very little strip right there. I was like, really? Come on. You couldn't be a little bit longer. So I made a little patch here. So let me glue this down real quick, because this will be covered up with pages anyway, but I really wanted to use this fabric because I love it. You know, it's just so pretty. All right, I think that's all nice and flat and glued down. A little bit right there. A little bit right there. So I hope everybody had a good day. Hope everybody had a good day. I'm having, let's see, this will be published on Wednesday morning, early. So I hope everybody has a good day and is having a good week. All right, now our trim. So I had cut this to fit, I think I had actually cut it to fit out here somewhere when I measured it. I think I cut it to fit on the back here. See how pretty? Brings it all together, kind of. Yeah. So I'm going to put a little bead of my Fabri-Tac here. Let's see if we can get this cover finished up in our time I have left here. And then, well, I might do another, I don't know. We'll see. I might do a video on arranging the pages, but I might not because they're already cut and I just got to put them together and sew them in. And I already have, in the other one I included all the book pages from this book, so I will do that in this one too. There's so many really cute images that would be really fun to cut out a lot of those images and use them in here to do collages or whatever you want to do in your glue book. Okay, so I want to make sure this is nice and glued down over, so like the trim is glued down, but also, you know, this edge is glued down. I mean, it's already glued down, but I just want everything to be glued down. You get the point. Glued down, everything has to be glued down, right? Okay, so nothing exciting. Well, there is a little bit of excitement. My son, I think, did I mention it in my last video? Or one of my last videos. I think I did mention it in my video maybe on Monday. My son might be, no, I don't think I did mention it anyway. My youngest son might be selling his house that lives down the street from us and moving to Greensboro. We don't live in Greensboro. We live in a small town outside of Greensboro. So he has 2 cats and a dog, Jazzy. I think I did mention Jazzy. Anyway, I think I did mention she's staying with us. So she's doing very well, adjusting. She's been here visiting our house many times, or several times. So she already knew us and knew our house. But my husband set up a temporary fence in the backyard. And it's temporary, but he put it up in a way that it's strong. And she's not the type of dog that, you know, she's not an escape artist type of dog anyway. Like, she didn't even care. She doesn't care about going out and wandering. She just, you know, she's just happy to be running around a little bit in the backyard and having some space to, you know, get some fresh air and, you know, do what dogs do. All right, Sherry, what are you doing? I just took a piece of something off of there. What am I doing? Is the glue trying to take that off? Hold on, let me get something. I don't like that, so I gotta fix it right now. I wonder if I can I should leave it, but I'm gonna fix it anyway, even though okay, so I tried to wipe glue off. So I'm not gonna wipe that glue off right there. I'm gonna leave it. Any glue that I see, because I tried to wipe glue off there and it took the cover off, the paper off. So I'm going to dab a little brown marker on there. See, that kind of fixed it. Okay, let that dry. Yeah, I didn't like that white spot there. Okay, there. We got that done. Let's do the front now. Let's see. We should have enough time if I don't dilly-dally to finish. You can see how pretty this is. Anyway, Jazzy's doing good. Jazzy's a husky, a small husky. She's about, I don't know, she might be 1/3 or 1/4 the size of a regular husky. I don't know if there's miniature huskies, but if there is, she's a mini. But she's tall. She's just real skinny. You know what I mean? She does have epilepsy, so that could be part of her, you know, issues with that. Maybe she's skinny because of that. I don't know. I don't know much about it. My son's been dealing with that, so. But yeah, she's a lightweight, but she's really, really laid back and really just a really good dog. I mean, she doesn't bark. She just, you know, is happy to run around and have some food and be with people, and that's it, you know. So it's been pleasant having her with us. And anyway, I hope that she gets to go back with my son when he gets, eventually when he gets settled in Greensboro. But yeah, and his 2 cats, I think, they are going with him. I just don't know. Like, he's already kind of moving there. So I don't know if their cats are already there or not. But all of his animals are rescues. One cat he got from my daughter-in-law's father's house, where a stray cat had kittens in his yard. And so he adopted one of those kittens. I believe that's where that one of them came from. And then the other one came from our neighborhood where we live here. And somebody came to him, and I guess they knew he liked cats, and said, "Hey, this cat was wandering around the neighborhood. He needs a home. Do you want it?" So I was like, "Oh, yeah, I guess." And he's like, "I'll take it," So he took in a second cat. And then Jazzy, was his friend's dog that lived with a friend. And that friend said, "I don't want her here anymore. Maybe the issues with the epilepsy or whatever." And so he came to my son and said, "I need to find a home for my dog." And my son took her in. So all rescues. Isn't that pretty? And then, and his girlfriend, his girlfriend doesn't have any dogs, but his girlfriend has 3 cats. So between them, they have 5 cats. It's definitely going to be the cat couple. And so 5 cats and 1 dog. So yeah. But my older son had 4 dogs, and he's down to 3 right now. But he has a baby now, so he needs to cool it on the animals, right? For a while. All right. So yeah, but they're definitely animal lovers. Definitely animal lovers. And my youngest son, I know one time when we had goats, and one of the baby goats we've had lots of baby goats, but one time there was a baby goat that we didn't know if it was going to make it. And me and my husband had to go to work, and he graciously volunteered to stay home from school, which, he didn't. He stayed home, and he would use any excuse to stay home from school. So you asked him, "Do you want to stay home and watch the baby goat today?" Because we just need to make sure it was in the winter too. We need to make sure it didn't freeze, and make sure, the mama was taking care of it. And, somebody needed to watch over that baby goat that first day it was born. And he did. He stayed home and watched over that baby goat, and that baby goat made it. It was good. But, so he loves animals, and he had a pet rabbit. We had a pet rabbit once, and, what happened to it? Something happened to it where it passed away, and my youngest son, he mourned that baby, it wasn't a baby rabbit, it was full grown. We got it when it was a baby, and then it grew up and lived with us for a while. Well, then something happened to it, and it passed away. And it wasn't a quite old age. I know rabbits don't live very long, but it wasn't quite old age. It was died before its time, and he was so broken up over that rabbit that he just mourned it for years. I mean, years afterward, he mourned that rabbit. Had a picture of it in his room, and it's just I'm not quite that bad, but that's one reason we don't have goats and chickens anymore, because I just when they go, I just can't handle it. So I'm just like, no more pets for me, because I can't stand it. I can't handle it when they go, so yeah. Anyway, we're enjoying Jazzy. All that to say, we're enjoying Jazzy. Okay, we're almost out of time, and this is looking really pretty. Yeah, when my animals would get sick, I get sick, so it's like I really can't handle it. They get sick. I get sick. I literally am sick to my stomach when I'm worried about them. Just like one of your kids, you know what I mean? It's like, oh my goodness, I'm terrible. Okay, let's see. All right. Looking good. Looking good. Looking pretty. I like it. So I need to leave this alone, let it dry, and stop picking at it. But I just want to make sure all the little corners are stuck down. I can always add more glue after this dries, I guess, to make sure so this doesn't move around. But here's what it looks like. Super pretty, I think. That blue really added a nice touch to the brown. And here, I like this funky kind of pretty fabric. Yep. Here's the back inside with a pretty paper. Awesome. See, we made it better than it was, right? Okay, so I've got my pages cut. I'm going to work on those. Hope you enjoyed our little chat tonight and my animal stories. And I will see you all next time. I don't know what the next stage will be. It might be working on part of it, or it might just be a finished flip through. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and everybody have a great day. Happy crafting.